Ja, servus Leute, was geht ab? Ich bin's wieder, euer Fabian. Ja, cool, dass ihr wieder eingeschaltet habt. Und heute habe ich mir einen amerikanischen Gast ins Boot geholt, Luke Hessler. Und er wird euch jetzt ein bisschen was auf Englisch natürlich über die Prinzipien von Persönlichkeitsentwicklung erzählen. So, Luke, what do you think are the principles of personal development?
Yeah, well, I say number one is that there are a lot of principles of personal development. However, there are some that are a little bit more important than others. It's almost like a law of gravity, right? The law of gravity is one law, but then there's another law called the law of lift that supersedes the law of gravity. So the law of gravity is real, and the law of lift is above it. And so I guess I'll just give you a couple of the law of gravity principles of success. And number one principle behind success is that you always must know where you're going in order to get there. And this is what I mean, is that everything happens twice in this world. It happens once in your mind when you think of it, and then another time in physical reality where it actually goes out there and happens. And there's a law of the universe called the law of attraction, right? It's the idea that like attracts like. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back all the time. And there's an old saying by Earl Nightingale. He says that you become what you think about most of the time. And the biggest reason that people aren't successful is because they don't think. Rather than themselves deliberately putting a vision in their own mind, seeing the life they want to be, seeing the world they want it to be in that type of way, they instead let the world program them for themselves. So rather than living at cause, people live at effect. But it all starts with number one, choosing what you want, and then getting a burning desire for its achievement that you want to go out there. So step number one in success is knowing what you want, knowing your dreams, knowing your goals, knowing your visions. But some people say they want something, but they don't really want something, because if you really want it, you'd know every little detail about it, right? So some people are like, oh, I want to have this dream life, I want freedom. Well, how much money would you need in order to have freedom? Get specific about it. Right?
With a specific date.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can go and make it be specific. And you can do either a date or you don't have to do a date, personally. Because for me, the date that I like myself is ASAP, as soon as possible. All right? Like, seriously. Because sometimes when you do a date and you don't hit it by that date, it makes you lose belief in what you're doing. And your belief that you can actually achieve the dream that you have is the fuel that's going to make that dream become a reality. And so when you set that goal, you set that dream, you pick that vision of what you want, put a date as long as it doesn't make you feel worse if you do not achieve it. Because I've set a bunch of goals and I put a date on them and I didn't hit the goals at that time, but that didn't mean I gave up. That means it didn't work. That means I set another date, another goal, and I kept working.
But it's better to set higher goals than too low goals.
Yeah, as long as you believe in them. As long as you believe in them. The key is that you must be able to visually see yourself having them. The feeling you want to get when you set a goal is kind of like, imagine it's you won the lottery today. All right, and how do you feel? You got $100,000.
Yeah, very good.
Jacked, right? But now you read the very bottom of it, and it says you can't collect that money for 6 months.
Okay.
So how do you feel?
A little bit sad, I think.
Right, it's still good because you got the $100,000 coming, but it's gonna take 6 months later. That's where you gotta be, okay? When you set a goal, that's how you have to feel. Like, you don't have it yet, but you know without a shadow of a doubt that when it hits, it's coming. Okay? And so that's number one principle, is that when you set your goals, your dreams, everything that you have, what you focus on has to be in what you call your sweet spot. And your sweet spot is when you have 100% belief that it's going to happen, number one. And number two, it excites you, you're excited, you're enthusiastic about it, and you're going to go. So that's number one. Set goals that are in the sweet spot. You can have time frames or not. It's totally up to you, whatever makes you feel better. Because you have an emotional guidance system, and it's your feelings. If you feel good, it means you're on the right path. If you don't feel good, it means you're off.
When the intuition is not good,
Exactly, exactly. And so that would be number one when it comes to dreaming. Number two is the law of association, and this is the idea behind that, is that once you have this dream, once you have this vision, most people become a product of their environment. That's the problem. Is that they have a dream, they have vision.
You mean the average of 5?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The average of the 5 people you become that you're around most, you become
The product, yeah.
Right, exactly. So you become the product of your environment, which is the 5 people you're around most.
Yeah.
But successful people don't do that. They make their environment become a product of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so rather than you just randomly being around these 5 people who are you always around, you need to reinvent yourself and re-choose your friends, re-choose the way you spend your time, the way that you think. For me, when I first started out, I didn't have a lot of successful friends that I could just go hang out with, right? So what I had to do is I had to read a lot, I had to write a lot, and I had to listen to audios, listen to books, because the law of association isn't just people who you're physically around, but if I'm listening to an audio of Earl Nightingale, or if I'm listening to an audio of Kevin Trudeau, or of anyone like that, that works as well. Okay, that also is considered association because I'm receiving that information, right?
So you're building your own perfect reality, and you live in it.
Exactly, and you live in it 100%, 100%, and you live in that own reality. And so it's very, very important to surround yourself with people that believe in the dream that you're going to go and do. And if you can't have them physically there, books, audios, videos, a great way to do it. So that would be number 2. Number 3 principle of success, I would say, is that after you've had the dream, you've got the vision of where it's going to be, you start to actually surround yourself with the right people and what's going to happen. Now you've got to write out a plan of what you're going to do in order to make that dream become a reality. And it's simple. This is like the how part. The other side's of your dreams, your visions, your goals, and things like that. This is more the how. You have to write out an exact plan of what you're going to do, what service you're going to render in order to get the thing that you want. And so, for example, on my goal card, when I write my dream, I said, I'm so happy and grateful now that I made $687,000 in 2015 by rendering the product of premium nutrition and the service of hope in the form of financial options to 20,000 people
Kind
around
of
the
this
world.
stuff, man.
There you go. Exactly. So the idea is that I don't just say, oh, I'm gonna make $687,000, but I say what I'm going to do in order to make that. I'm gonna render the product of premium nutrition, because I work with a company who has premium nutrition products, and then the service of hope in the form of financial options, which is the service that my company offers to other people. And so you must have a plan of what you're going to do. And then for me, for example, I personally, my plan in order to make that happen is I'm going to do as many calls, as many times. I can tell my story and create as many, in order to create as many sales as possible. And I set a day. So like today I'm going to tell it 10 times. Tomorrow I'm going to tell it 5 times. This day I'm going to tell it 7 times. And then I always stick to the plan every single time.
The one who tells the story the most, then he wins.
Right, exactly. And you just have to decide what you want and then make the plan for how you're going to get it, and then work the plan. Right? It's the old cliche of that if you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Right?
You have to plan your work and work your plan.
Exactly. Exactly. However you want to say it, whatever sayings you want to go with, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, the way I look at it is that life's a game, and you make the rules. Okay? If you want to go out there and you want to smash this massive goal of becoming a multi-millionaire, then your plan can't be to sit on the couch and watch cartoons.
Or RTL.
Right, exactly. That can't be the plan. The plan has got to involve massive action. It's going to involve a lot of failure. It's going to allow a lot of people getting you down. A lot of people are going to say no, they're not going to believe in it. But you've got to keep fighting. You've got to keep pursuing. You've got to keep making it happen in order to go out there and learn those types of things. And so that's what I would say would be number 3. Number 1 is, once again, make the dream. Number 2 is get the right association. Make sure you separate yourself from the naysayers. Number 3 is create an exact plan of action steps that you're going to do in order to make it go happen. And number 4 is get to work. Alright, is go out there and make it happen. Because here's the idea, is that you're going to fail at first. You will. That's just how it is. Alright, you're going to fall down. But there's an old English proverb that says the key to success as falling down 7 times and getting back up 8.
Yeah.
But the real key is never tripping on the same branch twice.
Yeah.
Okay? Meaning
Learn from those mistakes.
Exactly. That's the key. Is that everyone fails, but to the successful people, it's not failure. It's just successfully figuring out what doesn't work. And by successfully figuring out what doesn't work, you eventually figure out what works. Exactly. And then you keep that attitude, and you keep going, keep going, keep going. And
Pushing, keep grinding.
exactly. And you get into the cycle of plan, do, check, and adjust, where I make the plan, I work the plan, then I take a step back and check it. It's like, is it working, is it not? And then I adjust it. And then I make a new plan, and then I do it, and then I check it, and then I adjust it. And that cycle is how you're going to go out there and actually go out there and find success.
That's good idea. Yeah, absolutely.
And so if you do those type things, if you just do those 4 basic principles, you make sure that you have the dream, the goals, the vision of where you want to go. You start surrounding yourself with the correct people, and if they're not around you, you start reading books, audios that deposit information into your brain. Number 3 is you actually go out there and create an exact plan of what you're going to do in order to make it happen. And number 4 is you just get to work and start working from the plan and then learning, plan, do, check, and adjust, and getting better every single time as you grow. Over time, it's impossible to fail. Unless you stop learning, you stop growing, you start adapting, or you stop dreaming and you just quit. You know? And those are the only 2 ways that you can fail. So if I was going to be 4, that's what I do.
So guys, this was Luke Hessler on the principles of success and personal development. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for having me.
Ciao Leute, macht's gut, bis zum nächsten Mal.
Ciao.